say that? Magic isn't supernatural. Magic is a natural expression. Magic is a natural, creative expression of yourself. And when we speak, that's what happens. There are three things that happen. Number one, you get to get gifts. Why did I say that? We went for a vacation in North Carolina. I spoke in one of the clubs there. And I received a gift, which is 12 cage-free eggs. One of the members owned a farm, and so she's trying to sell it to the members. But when she saw me speak as a guest speaker, she actually handed me the eggs for free. That to me is magic. Second, what happens is you get to align whatever you speak about to your own personal process. What is my personal process about? My personal process is really about self-perfection. That's a tall order, isn't it? Speaking? What does it have to do with that? Shouldn't I go to church and temples for that? No. For me, it does happen right here. Personal process. My personal process of self-perfection. This is all it is. First, I look at my speech. Are there judgments in my stories? Did I judge my father when I told you the story about my father? If I did, I will correct it in my speech. And I will say, that's a judgment that I passed on to my father. But I changed now, and this is what I did. Let's give you an example. My father before didn't want any man, to actually talk to me. He would say, no, she isn't here, even if I'm not there. And even if I'm seeing that person who's coming in to our house, near our door, and he would say, no, she's not here. So I suppressed myself. And within that, I blamed my father. I said, he's not working for my best interest. Why would you say that? You see. But that's blame in itself. When you say, he's done this for me and I suffered because of that, that's blame. Really, what I want to do is take it back to myself and say, I'm taking responsibility and I'm standing up and saying, Father, can we talk for a moment? And when we're there, even if I'm nervous, I would breathe through and say, Father, I really appreciate that you're looking after me, but I would really appreciate it if you let me talk to the man, and I will do it in a way where I wouldn't cross any boundaries of, let's say, maybe acting in a lewd manner or something like that, you see. So then in my speech, I can see this from taking stories in the past. And that, to me, is magic. The third one is aligning whatever I speak about to a social context. And what does that mean? The social context is rarely being mentioned in speeches. We evaluate people and give them 5 stars. For what? For just speaking in a structured way, where it will entertain us. Well, isn't entertainment in itself coming from lack of entertainment? And for us wanting to be entertained, it isn't really a very stable platform to speak from. So what I did was, what I'm doing is, I'm looking at my speech and I'm saying, I do not want to entertain, because really, talking in itself entertains me because I'm talking about myself. And to me, entertainment is all about my self-expression, being entertained by my own self-expression. I do not need you. But you being here is really a bonus, you see. As I entertain myself, you get entertained. That to me is a solid, stable platform. Because if I try to entertain you, I will end up on the positive and the negative side of things. I will say, aha, Vivek is looking at me like that. I don't think he's entertained. Oh my God, he's not entertained. I'm gonna tell some sort of story to entertain her. But look, she's entertained. And so I'm in the middle of my speech and I'm divided. I'm not here. So that really, perfecting myself in my speech is to me like a form of self-realization, a form of self-creation that I really enjoy so much. And in that enjoyment, I entertain myself and I entertain you. The social context. The third one is the social context. And social context is about my speech aligning to the primary principle of life. And what is that? What is mutually beneficial for all? Let's say, for example, in my country, we're not allowed to talk about curse words, for example. And I know that some of you might do it, you see. But the social context is, okay, what will be beneficial for all of them? What will be beneficial for me is for me to stand here and say the positive and the negative aspect of cursing. And say that I have actually forgive myself for having these positive and negative definitions. And in so doing, I feel stable. That when a person is cursing, and let's say Alan is cursing, F, 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 and I don't react. I don't like to be with that guy, you see. I don't like him. Or, oh my God, he speaks about positive things. Oh my God, I'm for this guy. I will buy all his books. It's kind of making myself enlarge in a way that I'm not actually me anymore. And so I can say, I'm stable here as the breath, and I can be in any situation, and I'll be always me. That to me is the benefit of speaking. When we speak, magic happens.
Thank you very much, June. That was a very good speech, June. And the takeaway for me was, instead of blaming any person,